Dear viewers, welcome to the YouTube channel H2O Chemistry. In the last few videos, we have been watching the condition of chemical reactions. In this video, I am going to talk about chemical reaction based on heat. So some chemical reactions require heat to occur. So let us see some basics about this. We know very well that heat is very essential for cooking. We cook rice, vegetables by heating them over stove, right? So we process the food by heat. We make the food fit for eating by heating the food over the stove. So when enough heating is given, some chemical reaction takes place to convert the raw food into a cooked one. It's fit for eating. By using heat, we can perform some chemical reaction. Actually, if you talk about the cooking process, so once when you cook the raw rice into cooked rice, once the process is done, we cannot reverse the process by reversing the condition. So once cooked rice is formed, we cannot get the raw rice back. Similarly, when you make omelette from a raw egg, heat is required. So once the heat is used, omelette cannot be reversed into a raw egg. So this process indicates heating causes some chemical change which are permanent. So by using heat we can perform some chemical reactions. Some chemical substances decompose by heat. So when any chemical reactions occurs by heat, we call this thermochemical reactions. Thermochemical reaction, or if any decomposition takes place by heat, we call it as thermolysis or thermal decomposition reaction. So what is the meaning of thermolysis? Thermo means heat, lysis means breaking or decomposition. So it is called thermally we are breaking the molecule. For example, we will see the decomposition of lead nitrate by heating. You could see lead nitrate is white color substance. If we heat, reddish brown precipitates comes out. You can hear the cracking sound. So it's like a cracking sound you could see, and then you could clearly see the reddish brown gas which is coming out of a test tube. You could see here, it's called nitrogen dioxide. It's a poisonous gas. Similarly, evaluation of colorless gas oxygen. You could see the wooden splinter which rekindles when you introduce into the test tube. So that indicates presence of oxygen, and the formation of lead oxide, yellow color substance. You could see that finally you could see the precipitate here, yellow color substance. You could see the yellow color substance. So when you closely watch, you could see the yellow color substance. So this is called nothing but lead oxide. So the lead nitrate decomposes to form lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. So this is what this experiment showed to us. You could see the clear picture one more time. So lead nitrate decomposes on heating to lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. You could see the reddish brown gas which is coming out of the test tube, which clearly indicates the presence of nitrogen dioxide. The evaluation of colorless gas called oxygen. So this is the balanced chemical equation for this decomposition reaction. So what do you understand? Some chemical reactions occurs only by heating. So this is what we have understood. Heating causes chemical reaction. Next, decomposition of copper carbonate by heating. Copper carbonate color is green. You could see green. When you heat, it's quickly turned into black color. You could see black color. Copper oxide. The green color copper carbonate turns into black color copper oxide by heating. So this chemical reactions occurs only by heating. With the evaluation of colorless gas is nothing but carbon dioxide. When you pass the carbon dioxide to a lime water, The lime water turns milky color. You could see here milky color due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Due to the calcium carbonate formation. So that is how this decomposition reaction takes place. So this takes place only by heating. So this is the thermal decomposition of copper carbonate. You could see the reaction one more time by passing this copper carbonate heating. So by passing the colorless gas, that is carbon dioxide, which is evolved during the process to the lime water, what happens? The lime water turns milky color. So that's what we're going to see in this video. The lime water is calcium hydroxide. So when you take a copper carbonate, when you heat it, what happens? The copper carbonate, upon heating, converts into copper oxide and liberation of carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is blown into the lime water. The lime water turns milky color. Okay, the next equation, the carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate decomposition by heating, thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate. The calcium carbonate decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide when you heat it. So the calcium we call limestone, the calcium carbonate we call limestone, which is heated. When you heat it, what happens? It forms quicklime we call calcium oxide, along with the liberation of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, when you pass into lime water, which turns milky color, that's what earlier we have seen. So the chemical equation, if you see calcium carbonate, nothing but limestone, on heating gives calcium oxide, lime, along with carbon dioxide gas. Let's go to some other examples. Thermolysis of mercury 2 oxide. Mercury 2 oxide is red in color. When you heat it, slowly the mercury will deposit, the vapors of mercury will come up and deposit the side wall of test tube, and liberation of oxygen takes place. You can see here, when you heat a red color mercury 2 oxide, slowly the mercury evaporates. Because of the atmospheric cooling, the mercury gets deposited in the side wall of test tube along with oxygen bubble. You can see here, oxygen, mercury deposits. So the mercuric oxide is a reactant. By heating, we get mercury and oxygen. So this is a thermal decomposition again. The next process, thermolysis of ammonium dichromate, which is otherwise called as chemical Valgano. When you look at this reaction, it looks similarly like Valgano. That's the reason it's called chemical Valgano. So when you heat ammonium dichromate, what happens? It decomposes to form nitrogen gas, water vapor, and the green color mass which is created as chromic oxide. You can see chromic oxide, Cr2O3. So this is what formation occurs. That's this equation, this reaction looks like a Valgano. That's the reason it is called chemical Valgano. Right? Ammonium dichromate. Now, the next one, other points to remember. The limestone, which is nothing but calcium carbonate, is used for raw material for quicklime to prepare calcium oxide, nothing but lime, and for slaker lime to prepare calcium hydroxide, and for cement and mortar. So there are many purposes the limestone is used. Please understand. The next additional information what you have to know is some reactions absorbs heat, right? It absorbs heat and then decompose. Such a reaction we call endothermic reactions or endothermic change. Endo means absorption, thermal means heat. So such a reaction absorbs heat to perform the reactions. Whereas come to this case, when you drop of potassium or sodium to the water, immediately heat is evolved. You could see the heat is evolved by this reaction. When any reaction heat is liberated, we call it as exothermic reactions. Exo means liberate, thermal means heat. So liberation of heat takes place in some chemical reactions. Such a chemical reaction we call exothermic reactions. When any reaction takes place by absorbing heat, we call it as endothermic. So all your cooking process is an endothermic process because absorbs heat. Your mom take up the rice in the pot and he heats up. The heat by absorbing heat, rice gets cooked. So that indicates the cooking process is endothermic process. I hope this video will be very helpful in understanding the concept called chemical reaction based on heat. I hope you have understood well. If you like this video, subscribe and click the bell button to get a notification instantly. Like, share to your friends, let them learn. If you have any doubts, you can comment. Thank you so much.